Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are safe and sound. Real Madrid would be travelling away from home to take on Elche at the Estadio Manuel Martinez Valero, and this looks like a game where Real Madrid should get back to winning ways. It's going to be a very early kickoff. In fact, the upcoming round of games are going to be played in less than 48 hours after the end of the previous round. So the matches are coming thick and fast, and let's just hope the players will have completely recovered from the match fatigue in a very short period of time. So in this video, we'll do the match preview of Elche versus Real Madrid. We'll go through the words of Carlo Ancelotti, and last but not the least, we'll end this video by doing the match predictions. And starting by having a look at the opposition, Elche have made another subdued start to the season. They barely hung on and managed to stay in the first division last year, but again this year, they are following a similar path where they may be forced to face relegation battles if they don't change things very soon. They currently hold the 15th position in La Liga with 2 wins, 4 draws and 5 losses, and if we have a look at the current form, in the past 5 matches, they have 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw. So you can see Elche haven't been high-flying, and definitely the manager, FRAN must get his team to win a few games and try to take them away from the relegation zone. But talking about the tactics of the manager, it does seem that ESCRIBA likes using the 4-4-2 formation. In the midfield, Raul Guti and Mascarell should play centrally and will attempt to give the midfielders of Real Madrid as less time on the ball as possible. The wide midfielders, Fidel and Pastore, will look to provide attacking impetus from the middle of the park, and lastly in attack, Lucas Perez and Lucas Boye may lead the attack for Eibar. We can also see Argentine forward Dario Benedito forming a part of the front two, so let's see what decision the manager decides to take. And coming to Real Madrid, this as you see is the squad list for the game. Our midfield maestro Luka Modric is back in the side. Isco as well has been included after recovering from his back injury, but there is one very notable absentee. The hitman of the side, Karim Benzema, would be missing the game against Elche, and if we are to believe the reports of AS, they say it's a technical decision by Ancelotti to leave Benzema out for the game. He wants the French forward to take some rest and recover well for the packed fixture schedule that lies ahead, and Benzema as well, seeing the opposition, won't mind taking a break. He's had a busy and industrious start to the season. In the summer, due to the Euros, the Frenchman didn't get much time to take rest, and if we just see the amount of minutes that he has already played this season, he's the 3rd most used footballer by Ancelotti this course, with 1,159 minutes out of 1,170 possible, and that equates to him playing 99% of the minutes. So definitely he has had a busy start, but the age at which Karim Benzema currently stands at, the Frenchman will surely benefit from this break, and let's hope Real Madrid won't miss the presence of Karim Benzema in the match against Elche. Moving on, let's dwell on the thoughts of Carlo Ancelotti from the pre-match press conference. He spoke on the topic of Eden Hazard, and Ancelotti had some very interesting words about his stay beyond the winter transfer window. But firstly, while previewing the match, he said, "We are preparing for the game knowing that it's not the physical side that makes the difference, but rather continuing the commitment that the team has shown in recent matches and trying to do a good job for a technical and strategic perspective." Then Ancelotti was asked if playing Vinicius too much isn't practical, as the Brazilian has accumulated a lot of minutes in his legs, and on this Ancelotti replied, "I don't think so, he is fine, he's very young and recovers better than others. The day he has a problem or does not maintain his level, he can go to the bench. For now, we are satisfied with him." And going through these words, it does seem that Ancelotti is in no mood to rest Vinicius at all in the upcoming matches, and you can understand why it's difficult to rest him at this point. He has arguably been the best player on the side in the past few weeks, and right now, it is looking like the only rest that he would be receiving is during the international break. To the surprise of many, the Brazilian coach has not called Vinicius for the upcoming games, and Vinicius would have surely been very disappointed. He has made a high-flying start to this season, he's been chipping in with goals, he's rattling defenses, and yet he hasn't been called up, so the decision by Chiche does seem to be a bit harsh. But if we are to look at the bright side of things, Vinicius Jr. staying at Madrid and not going away will exempt him from the travelling fatigue, and most importantly, he will get some time to recharge his batteries and be ready for the crucial games before Christmas. Moving on, Ancelotti was then asked about Eden Hazard, and he was questioned if he would let a player like Hazard go in January, and Ancelotti came up with a very direct response, almost sending Hazard a message to get his act together and start delivering as soon as possible. He said, "I have never in my entire coaching career forced a player who wanted to leave to stay. If a player wants to leave, he has to leave. There is no doubt about that." And talking about this, I do think that it's highly unlikely that Hazard will be leaving in the winter market. I just don't see him leaving mid-season, but we know in football we can't say anything with absolute certainty City. Everything is relative in nature. The tide can turn pretty quick. There have been reports of Eden Hazard making his romantic return to Chelsea, or can we possibly see Newcastle United signing him as a marquee signing to start their new era under the new ownership? They surely would be looking to flex their muscle in the transfer market, but will the Newcastle project be attractive enough for Hazard? We'll have to wait and see. What we do know is that patience is running thin with Hazard at Madrid, and if things don't work out very soon, I am afraid we will see a separation very soon. And coming to the last question, Ancelotti was asked if he still thought that the 4-3-3 was the best formation and it shouldn't be changed, and on this Ancelotti responded, "No, it's not non-negotiable. It can change. I believe in the system in which the players feel most comfortable. I have liked our performances in recent games, especially defensively, and I think we can continue in this vein. There may be times during games when an extra forward is useful in the box with Benzema." So that concludes the press conference of Carlo Ancelotti, and let's complete this video by doing the match predictions. It does look like a game where the thought of Andre Lunin starting may come to Ancelotti's mind, but Thibaut Courtois should keep his place in the side. Probably Lunin will play the Copa del Rey games, but as of now, Courtois should be the man for Ancelotti. In the centre-back position, we may see one of Alaba or Militao getting some rest. Nacho hasn't played much in recent times and may come back in the side, but I feel Ancelotti may be thinking about building the chemistry of the backline now that Carvajal and Mendy are back in the side. I also think that if we set up narrow in a 4-4-2, Marcelo may be handed some minutes and he may be used to provide some threat on the left flank. In the midfield, the veteran trio of Kroos, Modric and Casemiro may dictate things in the middle, and in attack there is a good chance of Jovic starting for the first time in a long while. There are chances of Vinicius, Rodrigo and Jovic forming the attacking trio, or can we possibly see Eden Hazard playing in the number 10 role and he may be feeding the likes of Vinicius and Jovic running in behind. So definitely today there is a bit of uncertainty regarding the decision Ancelotti will make. Will he change his formation? Will he rest a few players? The manager has some decisions to make, but coming to the match predictions, I do expect Real Madrid to have no problem in dispatching the La Liga minnows, and that is why I predict Real Madrid 2, Elche 0. There is a gulf of quality between the two sides, and Real Madrid should get all the 3 points and place themselves at the top of the table. So that is all I have here. Do let me know what are your thoughts going into the game, and what scoreline are you predicting? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid, and as always, Madrid.